Hello, my name is Jared, and this is a review of the Heidi Roizen case study. Heidi Roizen had minimal network connections at the beginning of her career because she fell into being overshadowed by her then fiance. After the death of her fiance, she decided not to be in that position again. She was able to use her minimal networks to land a job at Tandem. As the editor of the company newsletter, she was able to spend time with upper level management. It was a highly visible position. She started working hard in the position and always tried to stay up to date on everything. This is where her network really started to grow. She was surrounded by influential people and learned how they behaved and what was important to them. I am sure this gave her some insight that would later help her in her career development. The relationship she fostered also paid off when she decided to go back to school, and the CEO of Tandem wrote her a letter of recommendation. She was given access to people in a position of power that would be helpful for her to get accepted into the graduate program at Stanford. Being in this position, she was out of her normal range of contacts, thus avoiding the similarity problem that many networks have, which is only being around people like yourself. This is discussed in the How to Build Your Network by Uzi and Dunlop, and it becomes a reoccurring theme for her as she moved through her career. After school, she decided to work with her brother at the startup Teammaker. With the company needing some help getting established, she utilized her past position of experience of being around social events and being comfortable with meeting people to create a path of communication to individuals in the media that would help get the word out about the company. She also put herself out there by joining forums and groups. She was polite to everyone she met because she never knew who would go on to be a person of influence later in life. I believe this was one of the best things she could have ever done. As stated in Harnessing the Science of Persuasion, her outgoing personality helped her to generate a network by using the liking principle, which is people like those who like themselves. By being nice and genuine to others, she made people like her and feel invested in her and got the word out about the company. This growth in her network over the following years paid dividends at Apple. As we move forward at Apple, she was influential by making developers feel comfortable in long-term deals because she had built up a reputation of being consistent. At one point, the market share dropped, and she had to call in favors from her network. She thought on building and maintaining a network consists of having access to people, doing what you say you are going to do, and being consistent. She managed to mend the relationships between Mac and Microsoft in the end. In 1997, Roizen changed positions and became a mentor capitalist. She was in a position that she could help people she knew with win-win opportunities. She truly became an otherish giver, as outlined in the Give and Take. She wanted to be a door, not a window. She was careful with her relationships, not asking for too many favors and being considerate of other people's busy schedules. She liked to keep her emails short and to the point. She had social meetings and settings often at the house where she took care to make people feel accepted. This set up a venue for others to interact in a non-business setting that helped foster a greater network. She then moved to SoftBank Venture Capital in 1999. They agreed to bring her on part-time and sometimes working from home. She liked the teamwork approach, thus avoiding the mistakes from Meyer and Wright by isolating themselves as written in the Give and Take book. She also gave expectations of what the potential clients had to be based around for their ideas and what SoftBank typically invested in ahead of time for the sake of time management. Her new role made her start to look at what was good for her interests in some ways. She also had to say no to many of her friends. With the change in her career, she became more and more work focused, and I feel she lost part of what made her network so good. She has stated that she's becoming more and more worried about looking out for her own interests. This shows a tendency to become more of a matcher than a giver. She has also stopped having a place of formal gatherings where people from different networks can communicate. Finally, even though it appears that part of her is more concerned with what she can get out of the deals, she has also become more of a selfless giver. Again, because as suggested in the Give and Take book, this can lead to burnout. She needs to remember to ask for help and maybe pull back from the company by getting some assistance from others with her workload. This would also allow her the time to have the social activities that grew her network in the past and gave her an outlet to enjoy helping others, again, like the teacher Conray in the Give and Take book, had started working with gifted students that she felt she could make a real impact with, and as a TFA alumni member. She also needs to get back to doing those 5-minute favors like Rifkin. I feel these probably took place more than she realized at the house parties. Finally, Hornick set up an example that Heidi may want to investigate by inviting other venture capitalists in if there is something presented to her that SoftBank does not really deal with. She may even want to have an off-site meeting with some of the competitors and see what they are looking for as far as opportunities to further this. This giving could eventually lead to having other companies sending ideas or opportunities to SoftBank that they think would fit SoftBank's role model and would be pre-screened by the other companies. A growth of this type of network would give you exposure to a much larger audience and has the possibility of expanding your business by meeting new people that may want to join SoftBank but in a different geological location. If they are a good fit for your company, this would increase your coverage area. Getting back to being good at but a responsible giver can open up many more opportunities for Heidi. In conclusion, her network started off small but grew extremely well over the years and became diversified and very powerful. Currently, though, it seems that her network seems to be closing up on her, and her enjoyment of parties and meeting new and intelligent or interesting people has stopped being the focus that's stunning her network. She needs to find a way to get back to meeting the new and interesting people again outside of her current network. It may even be as simple as getting involved with some of the super connectors again from her past, as their networks have probably changed and evolved over the years also. Thank you.